Words to live by. So, those are all the facts. Unfortunately, there are not a lot of facts. We know that, well, there's a hanging body, but there's no witnesses. Really nothing, just a dead body. Yeah, we can talk to the agents.
It's an all-agents night. I'm not particularly looking forward to the who's got the biggest gun conversation, though. I'll let John socialize. I'll go do some work.
The hell is that supposed to mean?
Oh, this is pretty meta.
Hey, the Scarlet Furies are playing. I can't miss that.
Now, for those who don't know, the voice actress of Erica Reed is Raleigh Holmes, who is the singer of the Scarlet Furies, so little, I don't know, self-promotion, I don't even know.
I don't think the killer came this way.
So. Now, first of all, another questionable morality. Erica is late, so her response to the fact that it's her failing that she's late is going to be interesting when talking to Davies. Because it's her fault that she's late, not Davies's.
Finally, you get your ass down here.
My ass was busy closing Scott's file.
Look around and then come talk to me. And John, please wipe your mouth. I can smell that egg sandwich all the way over here.
Hey, it's a good sandwich, ain't it? What do you say, Gallagher?
Sure, if you want to drop dead from a heart attack.
Hey man, I'll back you up. They don't know what they're missing.
So this is our, excuse me. Sorry for those. This is our cast of, extra characters. So, looks like we've got a dead body. Let's take a look at that.
Poor bastard.
Brutal.
Suicide?
Agent, if it was suicide, I wouldn't be here at 2:30 in the morning.
Some people don't have any sense of humor around here.
I left it in my bed when I got Davies' call.
So, she's a little foul-tempered. Well, let's talk to Terrence first. Now, if you remember, Terrence was the one who was on the phone during the wire puzzle there.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
The Erica herself. I'm trying to finish quickly so I can go get some freaking sleep. I'm a tech geek. I shouldn't be doing all this crap.
Where's your team?
There's a lot of shit hitting the department right now, so we're low on manpower. How's it hanging, McCoy? Weird to see the FBI all over this.
I don't make the rules, pal.
Okay, so this is normally something that the FBI wouldn't be doing. That's interesting.
Have you gotten any prints?
Nothing. It's super clean. This person knew what they were doing. Been searching around, but I can't even find a partial.
How can the guy who did this struggle so much and not leave any traces behind?
The guy knows his shit.
So the killer's pretty good at killing.
Any luck identifying our John Doe?
Nope.
Nothing in the database?
I wish it was that simple. Didn't you look at the body?
What about it?
Oh, get this. The problem is not that the guy isn't in the database. The problem is that the killer cut the skin off the fingers of our John Doe. All I've been able to find is just blood markings everywhere. Thank you, asshole, for making my life easier.
DNA?
I'll have to take a look at that tomorrow.
So it's really difficult to identify this guy because the killer skinned off all of the fingerprints, which is not very good for the fingerprint guy here.
So any theories on how the guy was hanged?
There are a few marks on the body. They aren't from a struggle with a killer per se, but my theory is that whoever did this had a hell of a time stringing that big guy up.
Drag marks?
Exactly. It wasn't easy getting him up there.
So we're looking at someone smaller than the victim. Probably an average build?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Hang in there, buddy.
Smaller than the victim, average build. Let's look at Gallagher for a second.
Dr. Gallagher is one of the best at what she does. She also has a stick up her ass about it.
I guess if you want to hear about stories, it's not a big one story, but she used to have much, much redder hair, like kind of like Erica's color. But then in development, she got blonde hair. She dyed her hair blonde, and now she's got like orange streaks. I guess she got bored and dyed her hair during the development. But let's take a look at what we can talk to her about.
Gallagher?
Read.
What do we have here?
White male, mid-40s, cause of death, strangulation.
So he was definitely killed by the hanging.
No doubt about that. He suffered a very agonizing death. The cerebral hypoxia was as slow as it could have been.
English?
Deprivation of oxygen to the brain.
Any signs of struggle?
Not exactly, but there are marks on the body. Bowlby can fill you in on his theories.
Any idea how someone got him up there without struggling?
I can't say for sure without running an autopsy. Look at the spots in the shirt. Most likely saliva. In victims of hanging, the tongue protrudes by the pressure on the jaw, causing it to dry. My best guess is that the saliva was then caused by some kind of a drug used prior to the suffocation.
The killer must not have been strong enough to do this without drugging the victim.
John Doe here is very well built. I couldn't take him.
Are you kids done theorizing? I'd like to get back to my work.
So whoever killed this person is smaller than the victim here, but it's also noted that this person has a big build himself. John couldn't take him. So.
A very slow death, you say?
I believe he was not dropped, but rather raised with the rope. Add to that the height of this table, just tall enough for the victim to reach it with his toes from time to time, allowing for the compression of the trachea to stop every once in a while.
What about loss of consciousness?
The weight of the body causes the compression of the airway, arteries, and jugular veins. If done correctly, the victim should pass out in a matter of seconds. But in this case, you can see how his brain expanded. Look at the veins in his forehead. He stayed conscious for at least 30 to 45 minutes, maybe more.
Whoever did this must have really hated the guy.
He also defecated. It's another sign of prolonged cases of suffocation.
Blah.
So that's the smell. And Davies pinned it on my sandwich.
Lovely as ever, John.
So something about that big smile, way back, there weren't a lot of facial animations, but then one day I see that big smile and just, I love it. When I click this, I really, really like Gallagher. She's a very unique character. I don't see her type of character in adventure games, and I'm really happy that they went for Gallagher here. I like her.
What else can you tell us?
I'm trying to finish my work, if you don't mind. Stop by the morgue tomorrow and we can talk more. And bring something to keep Bowlby entertained and stop him from coming down to interrupt me when I'm working.
Hey, I heard that.
Good.
When did they move forensics?
They just moved him into our building this week. Temporarily, they said. Thankfully, it's only him. I'd go crazy if they brought the whole forensics freak show.
Have you looked at yourself in the mirror lately?
Excuse me now. I'd like to finish this so I can get back home to my cats.
I've always liked that line. Just, whatever. I just need to go home. Need to go to my cats. She's a cat lady. Clearly. So.
I'll bug you again if I need more info.
Try to be quick.
Well, we can talk to Gareth.
Oh, there are too many people here.
Oops. Clicked the wrong thing. Wanted to click Gareth.
Hey, Gareth.
Hello, Agent Reed.
Okay. Now, something we could have done before, like, all this talking to Terrence and Gallagher, is completely optional, but it's going to help you affect the quiz. The only thing you really needed to do was use Cognition here, And, well, let's try it on people.
Well, there are too
And
many people
things.
here. I'll look at it later.
So, we can't do this now, but maybe later. Let's try using it on the table. So we are seeing visions of, excuse me, of what's going on from the past.
It's happening again. This is getting out of control. I haven't been able to get a grasp on it lately.
So something's related to this vision and whatever the hell just happened with the whole static thing. But it also looks like there was some sort of item here. Let's see what we can do about that. And it kind of fell on the floor and under that shelf.
Ugh, it's starting to hurt. Ever since Scott died, it's slowly gotten worse and worse.
Are you all right?
I'll manage.
And now we will see that this is highlighted. So, we are going to touch evidence from a crime scene with our bare hands in a minute.
Hey, John, any idea what this is?
No clue. Ask Terrence.
Yeah, let's talk to Terrence about it then.
Hey, Terrence.
Yo, E.
Do you know what this is? It was under the shelf.
No freaking clue. Looks old. Is it evidence?
Are you confiscating it if I say it is?
Maybe. Does it have any prints? Ah, screw it. Keep it. But bring it to me tomorrow. Oh, and keep it clean.
You said it looks old?
Yeah. I've seen something similar. Ask me another day. When there's coffee.
Terrence?
Really, I don't know. Do whatever you have to do with it and bring it back.
See ya.
Hang in there, buddy.
Yeah.
Reed, McCoy,
Oh, joy.
come talk to me when you're done asking around.
We better make sure we know our facts before talking to Davies.
Okay, so we have an artifact. Let's take a look at it.
I wonder what this is.
No clue what it is, but we touched it with our bare hands and now we are removing it from a crime scene. So, I mean, you know, nothing wrong with that. Now we have all the information we need, so let's go and talk to Davies.
Reed, we're paying for the damn cell phone so that you take the call when I ring you. Is that clear? Now, what have you found? How did the victim die?
Okay, so you have a little bit of a quiz here, and I'm going to fail every single one of them, but I will tell you what it is. Remember that he was suffocated. He was there for about 45 minutes to an hour, I believe that's what it says. You know, just hanging there for so long, and eventually he just ran out of air. You know, it wasn't broken neck because from the hanging. He was there for a long time. So, it is suffocation, but I'm going to say that he was shot in the head.
Shot in the head.
Who is our John Doe?
Okay, wow, sorry. Remember that the fingerprints were skinned. So we can't get them from the database because we have no idea who did this. So I'm going to say it was Al Williams.
His name is Al Williams.
Any leads on the killer?
Now, all we know is that it was someone with a smaller build than the victim. So this would be answer that was smaller than the victim. You know, we don't have any leads based on DNA, and there's no fingerprints, obviously, because the fingerprints were skinned. So let's go for this one.
There are fingerprints all over the place. We'll know soon.
Just from standing right here, I can see what a load of crap you just told me.
I'm sorry. I'm tired.
Working late on Scott's case again?
Listen, you asshole. I was closing the case because you told me to.
Watch your mouth, Reed. I put my job on the line by letting you work on a case in which you are so personally involved. And I did it out of respect for your father.
If you had just let me, I was so close.
No, you weren't. I saw your reports. You had nothing. Consider this a favor. I told you it's time to move on.
Are we done?
I want you at my office tomorrow morning sharp. And bring your 5 senses this time, if you value your job.
He shrugs. I don't know, whatever. So...
Are you all right?
I just need a minute. Getting worse.
What is?
My visions.
I told you to go see someone about that.
Shh, they'll hear you.
Do you still have that card I gave you?
Yes, John, I do. But the whole hocus pocus thing, it's not me.
Listen, Rose runs an antique shop. That thing you found, Terrence says it was an antique. So go ask her about it, and while you're there, maybe bring up these visions of yours. What can it hurt?
If that will shut you up, fine. I'll go tomorrow.
Go now. She's a night owl. Closed in the mornings, open all night.
Great. That sounds perfectly normal.
Go on. I'll hitch a ride to the office.
Oh no. Someone's watching us. Well. So, like John says, we're going to be going to that antique shop. Eventually. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this looks like a good place to save, so I hope that you've enjoyed the playthrough so far, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Later.